Usually being replaced is a painful and heartbreaking experience that you never really forget. Even if it was just as an alternate on your high school science Olympiad team, which in hindsight doesn't really even seem that cool. But if you're a guitar chord, you're just begging to be replaced by some killer guitar magic or licks or riffs. So today, we're going to specifically call out the A minor chord and different things you can do whenever you see an A minor, and the example we're going to use is going to sound like this. So all we're doing really here is using chord tones to kind of make a riff out of an A minor chord. Now you can do this for any kind of chord. It's just kind of being more aware of what the notes are inside a chord you're using in different places to find those notes. So again, A minor, one of the first chords you learn. Maybe you don't know this, maybe you do know this. It's an A, a C, and an E. Any combination of A, C, and E is going to give you A minor. You can do it here, you can do it here, you can do it here, all over the place. But we are going to specifically focus on this spot right here. Okay, to make this little lick thing, all right? Now, what I've got going on here is that my pointer finger is on the 13th fret of the B string. All right, that is a C, which is the minor third of A, B, C, okay? Now, that means if this is a C, C, C sharp, D, the 15th fret right here is a D. We're gonna bend this note all the way up to an E note, which is the 5th of A. We're gonna come back to a C, and we're gonna end up on the 14th fret of the G string, which is an A. Here's the octave G, A. So if we were to arpeggiate this, play this one note at a time, it would be A, C, E. We're gonna bend up to that E, okay? So this is really just kind of like, you know, the most common question I get is like, Sean, how do you create all these nasty licks that are so amazing? Teach me your ways. How do you make those licks? Actually, let's be real. The most common question I get is, why do you talk like that? It sounds stupid. But second most prominent question I get kind of pertains to this. Again, this is going to be the bend from the D to the E. And actually, we're not going to go all the way to the E. We're going to stop shy of the E. So if this is an E note, we're going to bend right before there to tantalize the listener, to tease them. So when we finally do end up on an A, we can do that. Again, the chord progression was just a C major to a G major to like an A minor twice. Okay, so kind of like an intro to kind of this type of playing where you're maybe adding lead playing two chords. You start with the chord, and especially since we have 2 bars of an A, we play the first bar of A minor, and you can play this anywhere you want. I think it sounds kind of cool if you do it in open cowboy chord position, and then travel many miles to our lick location, as any good journey ends. It looks cool. Again, you can do this from any different voicing. You can do all bar chord voicings, C, G, A, and you don't always have to finish it. It doesn't always have to be the same. I like this one because it ends on an A. So again, these are chord tones. We're hitting single notes that are within the chord. The nice thing about this is ending on that A kind of gives us a finality that is a good replacement for an A minor chord. Again, we're taking one chord spot and replacing it with just a different, you know, lick in here. So again, really slow. I've got the 15th fret on the B string. I'm bending it just shy of that 17th fret to tantalize and tease our listener. Back to the D, C, which is the 13th fret on the B string, the A on the G string, back to the C, back to the A, all right? Again, I can really just vomit A, C, and E's in any direction I choose, and that's gonna be a suitable replacement for an A minor chord. I can do this in different spots all over the neck. I can do maybe something a little closer to home where I'm playing. Right? If we have that tried and true A minor pentatonic position everybody knows and loves, right? 5-8, 5-7, 5-7, 5-7, 5-8, 5-8. Again, as long as we start on that bend up to the E, so we're taking a D and then bending it to an E, the 4th in A, B, C, D, and bending it to its 5th. We can start right here on the 7th fret of the G string, which is a D. Again, just shy. All right, A minor. Same thing, okay? So I think the sooner that you can start, in your mind at least, replacing a chord with maybe some chord tones, whether through arpeggios, through scales, through, you know, kind of stock riffs, licks, I think it'll really help you out in your playing. And even if you don't always play like that, I think it's a good idea to start thinking in terms of breaking down a progression, because a lot of times progressions go out of key and stuff like that. So if you can really focus in on a chord and then kind of do that somewhere else and see exactly maybe what your options are for that chord, even if you're not playing it, it's just good to be able to think that way, because you know, it'll really open up your creativity. And again, all this stuff is movable, which is really great. If I had a B minor, right? I can just say, I don't even have to know the notes of what make a B minor. I mean, who knows that kind of thing? I just know that B is 2 frets higher than A. So instead of, I can just go here. And then every time I see a B minor, I can just rock it out with that. All right, so I think this is a cool way to maybe learn a little bit of lead guitar if it's maybe something you've never done before, just to start building your lick vocabulary, as they say, and really just kind of thoughtfully replacing them with different cool sounding riffs, and then just making up your own. Once you find out where those chord tones are, mix and match until you find something you like, and then you know, just rock the world with it. So if you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comment section, Instagram, Twitter, the website, and I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks a lot.